A story of disconnect, Sarah and Ben's struggle. Sarah and Ben sat across from each other at the dinner table, a familiar silence settling between them. The air was thick with unspoken words, and the once warm and inviting atmosphere had turned cold and distant. Their meals, once a time for shared stories and laughter, had become quiet affairs punctuated by the clinking of forks. The joy of sharing their day's events had faded, replaced by a heavy silence that neither knew how to break. Ben scrolled through his phone, occasionally glancing up to see Sarah staring wistfully out the window. He felt a pang of guilt, but didn't know how to reach out to her anymore. They both felt a growing distance, a disconnect that seemed to widen with each passing day. Nights were spent on opposite sides of the bed, each lost in their own thoughts, wondering where things had gone wrong. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. They had once been so close, so in tune with each other's needs and desires. Now it felt like they were living separate lives under the same roof. They used to eagerly anticipate their evenings together, eager to share the day's events and bask in each other's company. Laughter and joy had been the soundtrack of their lives, a stark contrast to the silence that now enveloped them. Now they struggled to find things to talk about, the spark of their connection buried under the weight of unspoken resentments and unmet needs. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly now felt forced and awkward. Sarah longed for Ben's attention, for him to put down his phone and truly listen to her thoughts and feelings. She missed the days when he would look at her with undivided attention, making her feel valued and heard. Ben, on the other hand, felt pressured by Sarah's expectations, overwhelmed by the feeling that he could never quite meet them. He wanted to be the partner she needed, but felt lost in how to bridge the gap that had formed between them. Their communication had become strained, riddled with misunderstandings and unspoken frustrations. Each attempt to talk seemed to end in an argument, leaving them both feeling more isolated and misunderstood. Their story is not unique. Many couples experience similar challenges, finding themselves drifting apart despite their best intentions. The pressures of daily life, unmet expectations, and lack of communication can erode even the strongest bonds. Many couples experience similar challenges, finding themselves drifting apart despite their best intentions. But recognizing the problem is the first step towards healing. The good news is that even when relationships hit a rough patch, there are proven ways to bridge the gap and rekindle the flame of connection. With effort, understanding, and a willingness to communicate, couples can find their way back to each other. Cracks in the foundation, communication gaps, and lost time. One of the most common culprits behind relationship rifts is poor communication. Couples often struggle to express their needs and feelings effectively, leading to misunderstandings and resentment. When partners feel unheard or misunderstood, it creates a breeding ground for conflict and emotional distance. Another significant factor is the lack of quality time spent together. In today's busy world, it's all too easy for work, chores, and other commitments to take precedence over nurturing the relationship. When couples stop prioritizing shared experiences and meaningful conversations, their bond weakens over time. Just like a garden requires tending to flourish, relationships need regular attention and care. Without consistent effort to maintain open communication and spend quality time together, even the strongest bonds can wither. Bridging the divide, active listening, and the unspoken language. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. It involves not just speaking your truth, but also actively listening to your partner's perspective. Active listening means giving your partner your full attention, making eye contact, and reflecting back what you hear to ensure understanding. Beyond words, pay attention to nonverbal cues. Body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions speak volumes. Are you sending messages of love and support, or are you unknowingly communicating disinterest or disapproval? Being mindful of your nonverbal communication can greatly enhance your ability to connect with your partner on a deeper level. Remember, communication is a two-way street. Both partners need to feel heard and understood for a relationship to thrive. Reclaiming intimacy, dates, dialogues, and shared dreams. These are the building blocks of a strong and lasting relationship. Life's busyness can easily overshadow the need for quality time as a couple. The demands of work, family, and daily responsibilities often take precedence. However, it's crucial to carve out dedicated time for each other, away from distractions and everyday routines. This time allows you to reconnect and strengthen your bond. Schedule regular date nights, even if it's just a simple walk in the park or a cozy night in. These moments of togetherness are invaluable. Use this time to engage in meaningful conversations. Talk about your day, your thoughts, and your feelings. Share your dreams, fears, and aspirations. Open up about your goals and what you envision for your future together. Ask open-ended questions that encourage your partner to share their inner world. Listen actively and show genuine interest. Remember, intimacy thrives on vulnerability and the willingness to let each other in. Be open and honest with your feelings. Rekindle shared interests or explore new hobbies together. These activities can bring a sense of novelty and excitement to your relationship. Whether it's cooking a meal, taking a dance class, or volunteering for a cause you both care about, these shared experiences can deepen your connection. Shared activities provide opportunities for connection and create lasting memories. They remind you why you fell in love in the first place and help you build a future together. Section 5. The power of appreciation, small gestures, big impact. In the busyness of life, it's easy to take our partners for granted. However, expressing appreciation, both verbally and through actions, is crucial for maintaining a loving and fulfilling relationship. Make an effort to notice and appreciate the little things your partner does. A simple thank you for making breakfast or a heartfelt compliment on their appearance can go a long way in making them feel valued and loved. Physical affection is another powerful way to strengthen your bond. A warm embrace, a loving touch, or a passionate kiss can release oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which promotes feelings of connection and well-being. Section 6. Navigating conflict, calm waters, respectful dialogue. Disagreements are a natural part of any relationship. They can arise from differences in opinions, values, or even daily habits. The key is not to avoid conflict but to learn how to navigate it constructively. This means addressing issues directly and honestly, without letting emotions take over. When disagreements arise, approach the situation with a calm and respectful demeanor. This sets the tone for a productive conversation. Avoid blaming or criticizing your partner, as this will only escalate the conflict. Instead, focus on the issue at hand and how it affects both of you. Instead, use I statements to express your feelings and needs. This helps to communicate your perspective without making the other person feel attacked. For example, instead of saying you're always late, try I feel disrespected when you're late because it makes me feel like my time isn't important. This way, you are expressing your feelings without assigning blame. Remember that the goal is to understand each other's perspectives and find a solution that works for both of you. Active listening and empathy are crucial in these moments. Be willing to compromise and seek common ground. This often means finding a middle path that respects both partners' needs and desires. If the conversation becomes too heated, take a break and come back to it when you've both had a chance to cool down. This can prevent saying things in the heat of the moment that you might regret later. Section 7. Growth within, strength together. The importance of individuality. While it's important to nurture your relationship, it's equally crucial to prioritize your own growth and well-being. Encourage each other to pursue your passions, hobbies, and personal goals. Spending time apart pursuing your own interests allows you to bring new experiences and perspectives back to the relationship, enriching your bond. It also prevents resentment from building up if one partner feels like they've sacrificed their own identity for the sake of the relationship. Remember, a healthy relationship consists of two individuals who are whole and fulfilled on their own, choosing to come together to share their lives. Section 8. One step at a time. Building a more fulfilling relationship. Improving your relationship is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It requires effort, commitment, and a willingness to adapt and grow together. Don't get discouraged if you don't see changes overnight. Start by choosing one small change you want to make. Perhaps it's committing to having a date night once a week, practicing active listening during conversations, or making an effort to express appreciation more often. Remember, even small steps in the right direction can make a significant difference over time. By consistently investing in your relationship, you can build a stronger, more fulfilling bond that can withstand life's challenges.